It's really easy to let your marriage get stagnant. You get caught up with kids, you get caught up with life, you got a business to run, you got school, kids, things, all kinds of stuff going on. It's really easy to just kind of like, you get caught up in all the stuff happening. But what do you do when you want to actually reignite the desire in your marriage? You want to actually have that high level of romance going on, that high level of intimacy, that super connectedness that you want with your wife. How do you bring that back? It's not complicated, but it's going to require you to really stay on point. First thing is we got to acknowledge that you're in a rut. So have a conversation with her about it. Say, hey, baby, what do you feel about us in our intimacy? Like, how do you feel about our relationship? Well, you should be checking in with each other at least once a week. Where are we at? How you feeling about things? What needs to shift? What needs to pivot? And typically, a healthy relationship, your woman's going to say, yeah, tell me anything that I need to change so that I can make that change. And I'll check to see if that's something I want to do. And then she'll be asking you what she wants you to do differently. And then you'll do the same thing. Do I want to do it? Does it make sense? Can I do this for her? And it's really simple. Like, healthy couples just do this in 5-10 minutes. It's not that big a deal. You just say, okay, what do you want different? What do I want different? Okay, do we want to do this? Is that acceptable? Yes. Okay, cool. And then you remember to do it. You don't forget. A lot of people are like, okay, I'll do it. And you'll just go for about a couple of weeks and they'll go back to how their old habits were, which just demonstrates to your partner that you weren't really that serious to begin with. You just wanted them off your fucking back for a couple of weeks. And so keep this in mind, that when you make a change, it has to be a permanent change. And then if she's going to make a change, it also has to be a permanent change. You cannot have a double standard going on. Double standards will destroy your relationship because it kills trust. I can't trust that she'll do what she says she's going to do. She won't be the change that she needs to make. She won't do it. And then for you, you have to make sure that you stay on point and make those changes, and you keep them in mind. Keep in mind the changes that you made. You may need it as ammunition if you get manipulated. But for the most part, the first thing is you got to acknowledge that you're in a rut and open up the necessity to have a collision. I don't call it a fight, I call it a collision, because it is. We have two values that are different. We got to get our values in line for what it is that we want in our relationship. And every time you have a collision, it's going to require somebody to surrender ego and to come to the table with humility. Often, if you can both do this, then it's great. Like, you don't have any marriage problems. Like, I don't have marriage problems with my wife. It's very simple. It's very easy. If there's an issue, she brings it up. I'm like, yeah, of course. Okay, let's change that up. And I'll do the same thing. Hey, baby, we got to do something different. She's like, okay, well, absolutely, because she loves the hell out of me, and she'll do anything to keep me because I'm worth changing for. Of course, on my end, I'm not going to ask her to do something unreasonable because I value her sovereignty. I'm not trying to control her or dictate her or anything. I want her to be the most opened and flowered version of her. I want to see all of her because I love the fuck out of who she is. And so she's the same way with me. She's not going to just arbitrarily tell me to do some shit because she wants something different. That could be, you could diminish your partner. I want you to be a different person than you are. No, I would like to have more of this in my life. Can you give this to me? And the other person can say, yes, I can or I can't. Not, I need you to be different. See, it's a request. I would like more of this. Can you do this? Versus, I need you to do different. Like, that's okay. I get that you need me to do something, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to fucking do it. And so we don't ever want to come across in that manner. And so you have to acknowledge the rut. Say, hey, baby, I don't feel connected with you lately. How are you feeling? Do you feel that bit of disconnection that we've had? And oftentimes, if this has been going on for months, there's going to be a lot more of it. If it's been going on for years, you're not going to be connected at all. And you're going to feel like complete roommates. And your sexuality is going to go into shitter. And you're going to wonder why, like, your wife's not that attractive to you anymore. You're going to wonder why she's not that attracted to you and that she can't get out of her masculine and that she doesn't actually be playful anymore. It's all about work, 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 and the endless to-do list, and she's constantly overwhelmed, and you don't care anyway type of discussions. And everybody hates being in that place. And most marriages, they just live there forever until somebody decides they want to pull the ejection cord and either cheat or just get a divorce. And in which place, the person's so filled with contempt, there's almost nothing you can do to change their mind. They don't want it. They're already angry at you and they want you to suffer and they want to have a divorce. They want to just move on and get with somebody else. The unfortunate reality is that they end up recreating the same situation in their next marriage, just like my ex-wife did with her new husband. So I suspect. I don't know directly, but it seems that way. And so you want to be in a place where you can actually get ahead of the game. You should always be checking in. And if you haven't checked in 15 years, well, you're overdue for a collision. And so you need to have an acknowledgement of it. Say, baby, let's have a conversation. Let's have a date night. And then you say in a date night, say, I don't feel as connected to you as I'd like to be. How are you feeling about us? Do you feel disconnected as well? and see where she's at. Just be objective about it. Don't do any kind of accusations. Don't say, baby, you're not loving on me the way I want. I need you to change for me. It's the wrong way to approach it. You just express what you would like. And this is an invitation for the other person to either come closer to you or not. It also takes the pressure off of them to be something for you. If you're in a relationship, remember, it's about giving. It's not about like trying to get the other person to be different. And so what you do is you express what you would like and give an invitation for them to open up a dialogue and maybe have that change. And so she'll say, yeah, I'm not feeling as connected either because I don't feel supported here, here. And now she starts to get spicy on you. And this is your cue to be like, chill the fuck out. Let her be spicy. You don't have to tolerate any kind of bad tonality or bad tone or manipulation. You shouldn't tolerate that. But let's assume that she's not trying to do that, but she is upset, she is frustrated, and she is getting a little spicy in her tonality. And you're just sitting here in this place and you're just seeing what's happening. Just because she says something doesn't mean you have to accept it. Just because she throws a jab at you doesn't mean you have to bed it into your heart. So she says, yeah, we're not here. I don't feel connected to you. You're always working all the time. You're never here with the kids. You're just never present. I feel like I'm a single mom in this home. And you're like, holy shit, really? You feel that way? Like that? You feel that strongly? Damn. Right? So that is affirming how she feels. Because that's true. You're probably thinking that, like, holy fuck, it's that bad? Like, shit, baby, it's that bad for you? So, yeah, you don't even get it. See, you don't even get it. You can't even see it till I say it. Like, well, fuck, I'm glad you're telling me now. I wouldn't want to wait another 5 months. I wouldn't want another day without knowing this, what's going on with you. Yeah, tell me what else is going on. Holy shit. Right? So now I'm affirming her that she is validated for having this, which of course, emotions, you can have an emotion and you can validate the fact you can have emotion. We don't need to validate behavior. People could be wrong as fuck. I'm not going to validate that shit, but I can validate the fact that they would think that way. Like, look at Bill Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky thing. He was like, seemed like a good idea at the time. Most guys can be like, I can see how he would say that. That makes sense, right? Makes sense. I'm not going to validate his fucking behavior, but I can validate his emotional state. Like, yeah, he was horny and he had this intern and he thought she was really attractive. And he's like, well, maybe I can get a free blowjob or 10 or whatever. Like, yeah, I get it. Totally get it, dude. I see why you did it. That's how you validate the emotional state without validating the action. But he was a fucking idiot for doing it, right? We can go in that direction. Then you build this place of safety where you can emote with each other and tell each other exactly what's going on. She's like, yeah, I feel like this is going on. Like, I get it. I totally see why you would say that. I haven't been as present at work. I've been overwhelmed, and it seemed like just getting into any kind of emotion was just too much for me at the time. So it was easy for me to just try to drink and then take some time and watch some football. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I just needed to decompress. So I get why you would feel that way. I get it. And then you can say, and I felt as well like you haven't really wanted to be present either. Like, I felt that you haven't really wanted to engage with me. And so I just kind of left you alone. Like, you seemed like you were just overwhelmed all the time, and I didn't really know how to help you, so I just allowed it to be there. And so on my end, I apologize for allowing that to happen. And I certainly don't want to be not present. So what would you like to see from me? So we're going to do that. Get her to tell you what she'd like to see from you first. And we do this as a peace offering, as if, like, just tell me what you need. You can have whatever. Just tell me what you need. She's like, I need you to do. Hold on. What would you like? What would make life easier and nicer for you? Not what do you need me to change for you, but what would you like to be different? What kind of life would you like to have? What kind of environment do you want to have at home? What kind of environment do you want to have here with you and me? Like, what would you like to feel? And guide her through that process through these types of questioning to get a good picture of what it is she's looking for. And then she does that and say, that's great, yeah, okay, how about I do this, this, and this? What do you think of that? And then for this, we're not going to do anything and whatever. So you come up with a plan and say, okay, this is what I would like with us too, so that I feel more connected to you. Would you like to hear it? So you got to, get permission. And so she's like, well, I don't need to hear anything I don't need to do anything different. And he's like, excuse me, you don't need to do anything different? Like, you're perfect all the time. She's like, yes, I am. You say, well, I beg to differ. You are not perfect all the time. And I would like some things as well. Would you hear that out? You've got another animal on your hands if she's not open to having this dialogue in this game. You've got some other leadership and collision opportunities to handle at this point. But we're not going to get into the fighting dynamics, collision dynamics, that kind of stuff here. We're just going to say, okay, this is what I would like as well. What do you think of this? Now, when that happens, you've now created a safe environment to actually express what each other needs. You come to a conclusion, you brainstorm to strategize what's going to change. It's good to write this shit down. When you tell her what you want, don't just say it in a very rote way. You want it to come with passion. Like, baby, I would love to feel you super connected to me. I would love to make love with you or whatever. I would love for us to go on these date nights and just have this and paint this picture of this intense emotionality of how awesome and amazing it would be. Don't try to just tell her like logically, I'd like to do this and this and this and this. No, don't do that. You got to take her on this journey of emotionality. She wants to feel like she's inspired and she's loving life with you. She wants to feel that she's going someplace with you, that the life is worth living and it's you or her great love. This doesn't mean that you ever have to be a dancing monkey, but it does mean that you have to connect into here and start bringing that out into your tonality, bringing that out into what you want with passion. Like, I would love to have this. This is what I would like to have in my life. In fact, I want that so much, I'm going to make that happen. Are you with me? You want to make that happen? Of course she's going to say yes. Of course she's going to say she wants to make that happen. And so you lead with this passion and excitement, right? To lead means to go first, means to inspire the troops. If you're not inspiring your troops and leading first, then you're just waiting for her to be the leader and to like try to make it happen. And that's freaking frustrating and annoying for her. She doesn't want to be that person. She wants you to lead and inspire the troops to go do the thing. And so you say, okay, that sounds great. You being connected like this, I would love to have that with you. I would love to do this. Why don't we do this too? Why don't we do this too? And what if we made a vacation and we all did this together? What do you think of that? Now she's like, okay, shit, this is getting exciting. This is getting fun. So you make your plan of what needs to happen. It has to be consistent. And like I said at the beginning of this video, people forget like 2 weeks later, or you'll have a conversation like this and it'll all fall apart. And the more that this happens, the more you start eroding and destroying trust with her. She's going to say, well, we've talked about this many times, but nothing ever changes. And so you have to really be consistent. You have to be disciplined in what your commitments are. And at the same time, you have to have more small collisions down the line if she's not holding up her end of the bargain. You can say, look, baby, I've done this, but I'm not seeing you doing that. So what's going on here? Where's the resistance? And this is a key word to use, resistance. Don't say, why the fuck are you not doing what you said? Don't do that. You say, you committed to this, so where's the resistance? Like, what's holding you back from doing the thing? Don't hammer her for not doing it. Because anytime you don't do something, like maybe you don't want to go to the gym, or maybe you don't want to do some sort of work, whatever, it's not that you don't want to do it. It's not that you're lazy. It's that there's some sort of resistance that's getting in the way that's stopping you from doing the whole thing. And so when you talk to your wife, you ask her, where's the resistance? She's like, I don't want to talk about it. So where's the resistance coming up? Why do you not want to talk? Like, what's coming up for you that's making you resist wanting to open up about this? It's not that she doesn't want to do it. It's not that she's cold or angry or a bitch. It's that there's a resistance coming up, and we want to talk to that resistance, not the surface level noise. Well, I don't understand why you can't do this and don't appreciate me and all this stuff. She's like, I do appreciate you. Okay, cool. So in what ways do you appreciate me? Like, well, you know, I do this. Yeah, I hear you say you do this, and this, but from my position, I haven't seen you do these things. She's like, well, I think I do. Okay, cool, but I'm not seeing it. She may say, well, I do want to do that more often. Okay, cool. So where's the resistance to doing it more often? And so just talking about the resistance often allows you to actually get to the root issue that needs to be discussed. So the last part is you got to stay consistent in the changes. This is going to do a lot for you. One, it's going to show that you care through action. It's going to build the trust because you're doing it over and over and over again. And it demonstrates that if you decide to make a change, you actually follow through and that you are the guy you say you're going to be. You're not this guy that just likes to live on the hope and dreams of the possibility of change, which so many people do. Most people do not want to actually sit in the place of doing the boring, consistent effort. They like to go to a workshop or go to a marriage counseling session. They get all excited about the possibility of change. Oh yeah, we're going to do all these things. And then they never do shit. And so on one hand, you have to stay consistent on this. But on the other hand, you have to also hold the line so that it happens on her end too, if she's not holding up her end of the bargain. And if you get into a collision because she's not, that's the topic of another video. But for now, this is generally how you can do this. And it's all about how you navigate this properly and get her to the place and inspire her into a new place that she can go to. And she wants to go there, trust me. And if you feel like she doesn't, well, trust me, she wants to go there. If you'd like to learn how to do this in great detail and scripts and have me actually coach you through it personally, check out Soul Seducer in the description below. So you click on a link, you'll see a video about Soul Seducer. Then you'll click on there, you'll have a survey. The survey will let us know more about your situation. So talk a lot about your situation. It really does help us dive into what's going on. And then you'll schedule a time for a call. And then we will call you on the minute, right on time. And it will go through your situation, see what's going on. And if it makes sense that Soul Seducer is great for you, then there will be an invitation. If it's not a good fit for you, it's no problem. We don't want you to be in a position that you're just not happy with. So check out Soul Seducer down below. If you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe. And brother, hit like as well. This way it pops up in other people's feeds. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.